Center. Okay, so I'm guessing we're live. Good evening. This is just a test flight for just to demonstrate a little mission that I created for one of my squadron buddies, or my main squadron buddy, Red 2 Rocky. So we'll just load this up. Where are we? Here we go. We'll get into it now. I'll just explain what we're going to be doing. I'll set myself up. So I'm in VR, and as those of you probably know, you've probably gathered that already. And you're also looking at my left eye. So there's my mate, buddy. So you'll see my left eye. So you're going to see pretty much what I see, but obviously I'm seeing it in virtual reality. But hey ho. So this is the airfield, actually, one of the airfields that we're actually going to blow the shit out of. So we'll come back here in a minute. There we go.
Generator.
Okay, so I'll just get the aircraft set up, and I'll be back with you. So those of you that don't know, so I've got a few friends potentially looking into this. This is a AV-8B Harrier, which is no longer in use by the British. Such a shame, but hey ho. So this is what we're flying today.
Red Squadron, this your forward air controller. Proceed as briefed. Do not deviate from the mission profile. Tensions in the region are high. The PM has authorized attacks on multiple targets. Details will be provided en route. Special forces have been deployed to the region. Several units have not checked in for 24 hours, and are presumed captured or dead. Surprise is your defense. Use it wisely. Use your laser and infrared Mavericks accordingly dependent on target type. Good luck, Red Squadron. Forward air control out.
Okay.
Red 2, Battery Tower. Runway 30, taxi to holding point for runway 30, QFE 2992 millibars.
Okay, mirrors. Mirrors. Okay, there we go. Okay, taxi out. I'll give you a bit of a brief what we're going to be doing in a minute. So. Visor.
Red 2, hold position.
Okay.
Flaps, auto.
Tower, Choctaw 2 is 3 miles north for landing.
Bank 1 north group.
Jog tour to tower, cleared straight into land pad 3. Traffic is too fast. Movements departing runway 26.
Choctaw 2, roger. Cleared to land pad 2 and check the traffic departing.
So I'll just wait for clearance to line up. There's obviously a helicopter inbound somewhere.
Red 2, runway 30, line up and wait.
Okay. Obviously this I'm not going to call back as if I'm the aircraft. This is going to be futile. It's a mission I created with some pre-scripted voice files and trigger actions. We won't actually tune into the airfield's ATC because it'd be an absolute nightmare.
Red 2, hold position.
I should get a clearance in a minute. I'm just going to have a swig of beer before I
Red
take
2,
off.
Battery Tower, I have your clearance. Red 2, hold position. After departure fly heading 300 degrees, climb to altitude 3,000 feet, maintain airspeed 300 knots. Hold position and stand by for takeoff clearance.
Okay, water injections on, trim set, flaps are set. I give my buddy so much stick about takeoffs, watch me mess it up. Lights on, yeah, that's good.
Red 2, surface wind calm, runway 30, cleared for takeoff.
Okay. So I'm going to do a rolling takeoff for those that aren't initiated on this. Just going to bring the nozzles back shortly. There we go. Gear up.
Landing gear up.
So I'm keeping the flight director on those chevrons, watching the speed. Water's off. Trying to get the speed up to 300. On to 300. Everything is in the HUD at the moment. So, power attitude trim, so we'll just reduce the throttle slightly, let the nose come down, lock that on the autopilot, turn into navigation mode, 300, speeds 300 pretty much on the nozzle, which is a little bit too high, just come back down again, so we want 300 knots, 300, 3,000 feet. 40 feet high, just adjusting the
Red
power.
2,
There we go.
resume navigation waypoint 1. You are cleared on mission. Maintain last cleared altitude and speed until further notice. Good luck, Rocky. Battery tower route.
Okay, so on to waypoint 1, 300 knots, 3,000 feet. Let's tick the power up a little bit. Three. And there we go. "20 feet high, 2 knots fast." That's not bad. Okay, so we are going to have to cool the Mavericks down. So again, not wishing to teach me granny to suck eggs, but those that are new, I've got infrared Mavericks on board. They need to be, the seekers need to be cooled so that they can work correctly. I have got unlimited fuel, I have got unlimited weapons, because this is a training mission for my buddy, so that he can become familiar with the whole process. So for the purists. I'm a purist, but for the rest of the purists out there, sorry for using unlimited fuel and unlimited weapons. Checking out the power. So we've got 65 miles to run to our first target, or target point, our first waypoint, which is our first target point. About 12 minutes to run. We should get an unrestricted climb and cancel the speed restriction shortly. Just check, make sure it's okay. That's good. So we're going up to the northwest. We're going to attack an airfield where there are 2 aircraft on the threshold that we're going to take out with Mavericks, and then some vehicles are going to come in. It's quite a long mission. I'll see how far I can go with it before I have to stop for whatever reason. And yeah, we'll just run it through, just so my buddy can see it really. So, we're good. We've got some anti-radar missiles there on the wings, because we're going to come across some SAMs at some point. So I'll put those on so we can have a go at a seed mission. Suppression of enemy air defences. So we can have a look on our map. And where we're going to be going is in there. That's our target point. That's 100 miles scale, as you can see. So we've got about 50 odd miles, which is about halfway, 50 odd miles. That's good.
Red 2. This is forward air control. You can call me Mistress. You are cleared up to altitude 5,000 feet at your discretion. No further speed restriction.
Okay, so Mistress has cleared us up to 5,000 with no speed restriction, which is good. Well done, Mistress. Excuse me if you hear me chewing. Disgusting habit. Just in case I forget, I'm actually going to go on to... No, stand by, disregard. Okay, you can hear in the background, you probably hear some chatter. I'm running 2 voice activation programs side by side, one of which provides military background chatter. So that's probably what you can hear. So I'm going to increase our speed, increase our height, and then we can run in on the target 50 odd miles. So we'll probably get that down to about 5-6 minutes. Here we go. So power, altitude, and trim as required. So we've got unrestricted speed. We can see now that
Red 2, your clearance
our
altitude
Mavericks
is
are now ready.
3,000
Those of you that can't
feet.
see that very well.
Descend and maintain
You can see it
3,000
says
feet.
Station 2
Failure
ready.
to comply with cleared limits of operation will
That's
result
telling
in
us that
disciplinary actions
they
being
cooled
taken.
down sufficiently. And I will try and remember to use the artificial VR zoom so you can see what's going on. So I'm aware that I'm just busting our altitude now talking. But it's hard to see sometimes when you're a normal screen. So you can see our speed top left, altitude top right. The sort of inverted T is our flight path director, the circle is our waypoint. And then we've got angle attack, speed in Mach, the G, ground speed, and all that good stuff. Okay, so we don't want to get there too quick, so I want a bit of talking time. So, I'll set up now my dual mode tracker. So the dual mode tracker is a multi-headed camera that's sensor that's mounted in the nose, where I'm able to, through thermal, infrared and optical, lock onto targets and slave that information to the onboard weapon system. In this case it's inertial, or initial shall I say, navigation data for the seek ahead for the missile to initially lock onto. So 5 minutes to run, speed's okay, I don't want to go too quick. Slightly right at a waypoint, very very slightly, but that's where I'm going to attack first. So that's good.
Red 2. This is forward air control. Destroyed the 2 aircraft on each end of the runway. Recommend laser Mavericks. Forward air control out.
Okay, so forward air control wants us to destroy the aircraft. We don't have laser Mavericks today because Red 2 is completely familiar with use of laser Mavericks, and I set this up for infrared Mavericks because most are quite tricky. So you can see the circle just at the top of the arrow there. That's our waypoint. So in a second I'll be able to slew the dual mode tracker onto that point. So I'll put it into TV mode, and then manipulating the controls, I can get that point somewhere in the middle of that circle, and then when that diamond hits over that circle, that's going to be on the airfield, which is pretty much where our target's going to be. There's a runway there. There's, you might just be able to make out as an aircraft with some vehicles around it. So that's our point, and I'm now going to lock that in. We've got three minutes to run, 27 miles. You see they've got a diamond on the screen now, so that's the point that my dual mode tracker is locked onto. So I'm now just going to gently slew onto that, so I've got a nice straight run in. The autopilot's on, just keeping the aircraft level. I'm just going to throttle back a bit, just so I can talk a bit if need be. We're not on a real mission, we're not hyper pressed for time. Although later on, they do shoot back. 22 miles, so this weapon really, to lock onto this aircraft, because it's been programmed as a just a standard ground object, so it doesn't really work outside of 6 miles for it to lock onto on the infrared signature. But I'll shut up now and just let you watch. The aircraft. I'm now going to slave use the seeker head of the Maverick to lock. Just tickling it to try and get us a lock. We're not going to lock yet, a few miles to run. There we go, we got a lock. Weapons armed, missile away. I can immediately now go straight into, back to IRNV, I can pick up another one, lock, missile, zoom in. Struggling with this at the moment, just in case I didn't get it. There's 2 under the aircraft and 1 on the secondary vehicle. Weapon safe. This camera will go out of gimbal shortly, so you may not see the hit. It's gone out of gimbal. Any second we should see two. There we go.
Destroyed. Good
Couple.
job, boys. Okay,
Okay, so where are we? Let's have a look. then on that threshold there's another aircraft that we have to get. But this is what I was telling my buddy, that there's some secondary vehicles that we'll probably have to take out before we can get a lock. So we're going to go back round and see what we can get. So I'm just going to get a bit of height just because I can. And I'm going to give myself a little bit of working room, but not too much. That's gone black now because the camera is actually locked on. It's still locked onto the same point, but it's at a gimbal, so it can't see it. As soon as I turn back the other way and it's in gimbal, we'll pick up a picture. But as soon as we get a picture, I need to immediately be able to slew the camera onto the new target or targets. There's probably going to be 3 that I'm going to take out. If I can, take out in quick succession. I'll probably definitely get 2. So we're cleared up to 5, so we'll just level off there because that's fine. Let's clear this bit of terrain. So we're 8 miles out at the moment away, so we've got a couple of miles of runway, so we're probably only now 7 miles from the target. So yeah, Phil should be just behind us. So we'll go around this little bit of land that we can see up here, swing a left and make our run in. The bit I think Rocky was having a bit of a problem with, which I can understand why, in all fairness. But every target's a target. So we've got 14 miles, so that's more than enough. So we're going to move in. Just look over my shoulder, can't see nothing yet. Probably hear me stretching because I really am, just like you would in a real aircraft, because it's 1-to-1. Okay. So what's the height? Lose the speed a bit. These are not shooting back. There's loads of time. And for now, I'm just going to fly straight and level. Okay, so pick up the new target. We can. We're going to take those 2 targets out that we can see there. 2 vehicles and the aircraft off to the left. So the vehicle's going first. 30 miles to run. This weapon's got a 7.5 mile range, so there's no point going in at Mach 2 because we'll just give ourselves no time. So the slower we can do this, the better, really. Just want to maintain our height. Take it in nice and steady, so we should be able to walk in a park. So, change the weapon, zoom it in. Okay, I've got one. Not quite in range yet. There's the second one. Struggling with the trim massively now. Don't really want to over trim it at the moment. AV. And I got a lock as well. So we've, in one run, Rocky, we've taken out the 2 vehicles because we're inside 6 miles for the aircraft to make the weapons safe. We got a lot, no problem at all. There's one vehicle, there's the other vehicle, and any second now we should see the aircraft go as well.
Target destroyed.
Boom.
Good job, boys.
Okay, what should happen now is you should see some vehicles moving. There they are. 2 vehicles.
I say again, Red Squadron, this is Bravo 6-9. Enemy vehicle movement on the airfield. 2 vehicles positioning on the center of the airfield. Look for the white smoke. Neutralize targets. You are clear and gone. Bravo 6-9 out.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not going to work. Okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to take these out with guns, because we can. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of height. Oops. To go to the ground. Here we go. Get some height in the turn. Not too worried about the speed.
Warning, you have exceeded your mission altitude. Mission altitude is 5,000
Sorry,
feet.
mistress.
Rocky, be warned, if you exceed operational limits I will fuck you with my huge strap-on. Now get your tight lily white ass below 5,000 feet.
Sorry for anybody that's watching this. I didn't realise that I put that little Easter egg in for Rocky. So this is where it gets a bit difficult. Okay, I can see a vehicle on the taxiway there. I'm not interested in going in too fast. Keep the speed up. Second vehicle is just to the 7 o'clock, so we'll go for this one first.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
Bit of target fixation there. I don't know if I got him or not. I think he's damaged. And the other one's down there somewhere. Okay. We'll get some speed. We'll do a half a Cuban on this one to get the height and dive in.
Pull up, pull up.
There we go.
Pull up.
Okay, here we go.
Red 2, warning, you have exceeded your mission altitude.
Okay, mistress.
Mission
There we go.
altitude is 5,000 feet. Rocky, be warned, if you exceed operational limits I will fuck you with my huge strap-on. Now get your tight lily white ass below 5,000 feet.
Okay, I can't see the other vehicle. I don't know where the other vehicle's gone.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
Target destroyed.
That's
Good
it,
job,
John.
boys.
Pull up, pull up.
Looks like the other one's gone in sympathy.
Pull up, pull up.
Should just be able to see the other vehicle there.
Pull up, pull up.
That's the other one, so we need
Pull
to
up,
get
pull
him.
up.
So we'll do exactly the
Pull
same
up,
again.
pull
We'll do a
up.
half Cuban down the runway.
Pull up, pull up.
Only because how much? 183 rounds left. I don't want to use too much gun. But
Out, out,
although unlimited weapons, so actually the gun should reload.
out.
But I just
Pull
want
up,
to hear
pull up.
Mistress say she's going to fall Ricky with a strap on.
Out. Out.
Okay.
Out. Out.
Warning
Out.
system off. Okay, that's a voice attack. Cables. That's a voice attack profile I programmed in to get rid of the ground proximity warning system. And turn off low altitude. I should have set that on the way in. There we go. Half a Cuban. Lined
Red
up.
2, warning, you
Here we
have
go.
exceeded your
Okay,
mission
mistress.
altitude. Mission altitude is
Back on the
5,000
power.
feet.
Run
Rocky,
the roll
be
out.
warned, if you
Nice
exceed
and
operational limits I will fuck you with my
So
huge
what we
strap
can do
on.
is we can
Now get your tight lily white ass below 5,000 feet.
we can lock on and try and search for our target. There he is. So he's right on that pipper. So is a good aid. Zoom. There we go. Follow that in. There we go.
Target destroyed. Good job, boys. Proceed to your next waypoint for new targets.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I let you love all I wanted this money. You came along and woo, honey. I changed my mind. This world is fine. Great balls of fire.
Okay, same again. So we're going northwest, get that height back, because more height we've got, better our tracker's going to be to maybe see over where the next. Well, we're on enhanced situation awareness display. Good. We need to get that back into. Good. Got that. Remember what our target is here now. It's a little while since I programmed this. I think there's a vehicle. I think it's that one. Keep running, just not the speed back a bit. Pretty sure it's that one. I think there's a voice file kicks in a minute. Warnings. Pretty sure it's our target. Take it out anyway. It's not gonna work. What's going on in there? Okay, where want my one? There's a line there to ground mode, thank you. Interesting. Okay, that's wrong guns from Mavericks. There we go. Zoomed. No, cocked it up. No, disregard, go around again. Yeah, that's the vehicle we gotta get. That little bugger down there. And then there should be some tanks over there that come in. We have to get those too. So, which way's the? I can't see. Yeah, we'll come in to the left, so we'll go left, coming right. Get a clear view. Don't think there's any sands out there. Okay. 6 miles. Should be fairly easy to get this fella. So just disregard that. That's a mistake I made just now. I never had the right weapon selected. So, tight turn, back on the throttle, lose the airspeed in the turn. Keep it high. Where is he? There he is. Perfectly lined, locked up. Okay. That's got him. If I go around to the right of it, we should see the other tank come in. I think I've got 2 targets there in one. Gimbal. Fighting the trim at the moment, but I don't want to trim it because the weapons will come back on board in a minute. 1, 2.
Target destroyed. Good job, boys. There is a tank on the north side of the airfield. Search and destroy the tank.
Okay, I think he's coming in over there, so we'll put some beans on. We'll head southeast. I can just see him moving just to the northeast of the field, so give ourselves a bit of headroom, distance even. So Rocky, all you need to do is, if you can't see it, is just get back, lock your dual mode tracker on it, and then search for a tank, basically, because it's the only tank that's there. So where are we? Which way do we need to go? If we go terrain, yeah, we'll go left. Okay, let's go and have a look first. So we'll do the same thing. Can't remember if this fella's going to shoot back. Try not to lose too much height. Lose the speed in the turn. Right, we just want to be up about there. So we'll lose the TV. Lock that. I don't think that's him. There he is. We'll do a run part. He's going to go on that. He's going to go on that bit of apron there. So if I do a run by first, I'll do a low flyby. Flares are ready to go. Well, you ain't got any missiles anyway. But. So you can still just under that square. He's moving across the. There is a track there. Look. So we'll give him a buzz. We could have maybe took him out with some 20mm cannon, but I want to Maverick him. Ooh, cheeky! He's firing red shit at me. And we haven't got unlimited lives, so he will take me out. So just keep it low. We're out of his range, so we'll do exactly the same. Keep a good distance. No other air defences, so we're alright. And there he is, and now. Soon to be an X-tank. Right. We've got his approximate. Oh, we've got some smoke. Obviously, some special forces there. So, happy days. So, you've got smoke on that one, Rockstars. So, we're going to go out. Michael's watching this, a bit like a procedural turn. So we'll go out, hang a left, come back in. Follow the coast. Okay. Take a steady run in. Don't need to visit it through. Where is he? There he is. Bring it round now, tight up. Be a good shot. There we go. So, same as before, back on the power. Lose the speed in the turn. This one is going to shoot at me, so I want to try and get a lock as soon as I can. Don't get too close. This is a fire and forget weapon. I'm just going to keep the nose down slightly into TV mode. Trouble locking. IRNS, Maverick. Okay, no lock. That's the right target, to be honest. Not gonna do. Everything down there's a target. I'm not 100% convinced that that's the right one, but we'll soon see. No, you can see there's looks like I've got something up there. It's the wrong one. Okay. Where are we? Come around from the left. Just need to take a drink a minute. Cannon lager on your flight back. disregard my previous lock point, and because I can see the smoke, I'm gonna dab him there. Got him locked. INS. Got the autopilot on just to hold it. Okay. Missile near view. Come on. Gotcha. That's the next tank.
Caution.
Target destroyed. Good job, boys. Proceed to your next waypoint for new targets.
Okay.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain.
Done, innit?
Too much of love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I let you love what I thought it was funny. You came along and woo, honey. I changed my mind, it's good as fun.
Navigation.
Great balls of fire.
Okay, waypoint 3, where are you? Oh, I can't remember what this one is. Waypoint 3 just coming up on the nose now. It's 90 mile away, this fella. There he is. I think this is our final one, but this is probably going to be the most trickiest. So I'm going to go up to 5,000. Get rid of that last lock point. Weapons are safe. Shoot anything unnecessary. Okay, good. Don't want to break that altitude limit. Don't want Mistress on our back. So I'm going to do something different with this one, Rockstars. I can't remember what's at this waypoint, but we're going to set this as a designated waypoint. So, try and do this cross-handed. So as you probably know here, we've got DSEG. So because we've got a waypoint now, we're going to select that as a target. So we'll press DSEG, there'll be a box around there. And then that will slew our dual mode tracker onto that point, and then we'll have a look around and see what's there, because I can't remember what's there. I really can't. This is sort of real, really. So, got a ways to go. So we've got no warnings. We haven't been hit. Not saying we haven't been hit. We haven't got any warnings. It's going to be a land target now, so I'm going to actually go to radar altimeter for that run in, even though it's pretty much going to be okay, but we'll just stick it on anyway because we can. No, running's good. So 500 knots, 70 miles. Nearly just short of 8 minutes to target, so if anybody's watching this and they want to go and get a cup of coffee, now's the time to do it. Okay, 66 miles. Designate that now. Change me nicotine. Those of you that like this camo version, which I got off of Eagle Dynamics site, I'm about halfway to creating a GR of the 1980s GR3 version, which has taken me about 40 hours so far just to do the fuselage, and that's without an awful lot of detail at this point. So that's for going to be for my squadron buddies, so I will make that available on the Eagle Dynamics website once it's complete. So you can probably see we got some information coming in now. We're still 43 miles away, but you can just about, I can just see there's a target there. I suspect that's going to be radar. The SAM site. We'll soon see if it starts painting us. What's our range? So about 30 miles. If it's a radar unit, it should start to pick us up. SAM 6, I think, from memory, which is an older system. It's quite easy to dodge, I'm pretty sure. Or that could be a tank, I don't know. I know there is some SAM sites there, but we'll have a look. So range 30 miles, no way to go yet. 3 minutes. I think it's AAA, I think it's anti-aircraft. Probably wouldn't want to get too close to that. So we're going to take him out with a Maverick. Selected. Some trees, it's not the best. It's not the best way to get it. It's a SAM. Okay, so there's a hop. Weapon I've got at the moment is got only a 10-mile range.